Vissel says, don't watch that movie if you have a weak stomach. What does it mean? Is that a common phrase? Yes, this is a good one. So weak stomach generally means that you can't handle something because you might get nauseous, meaning you feel a little sick, but that can be used in two different ways. Physically, or in terms of content, what you're willing to see or not willing to see, what makes you feel very uncomfortable. So, for example, if we're talking about food, I have kind of a weak stomach. I try not to eat too many spicy dishes. Or I have a weak stomach. I'm not able to drink more than one bottle of beer, for example. So something related to food and drink. Physically, your body is not able to handle it. You get an upset stomach. You feel sick. You get stomach pains if you eat this certain type of food, right? Or maybe very rich foods with tons of butter. Okay, well, that sometimes gives people an upset stomach. If you have a weak stomach, then maybe you can't handle that, right? So that would be a weak stomach. But what would the other type of weak stomach be? Why are we talking about don't watch that movie here? That would be if there's a movie that has a lot of violence, if there's a movie that has horrifying acts in it, things that would generally upset people. We use the stomach to talk about being emotionally upset or offended or disgusted by things that are not related to food, but are generally things out there that we see and hear. Maybe not so much here, but especially see, and especially acts, whether it's fictional or not. So, you might say, what would be a really violent movie? Don't watch the Saw franchise, the Saw movies, if you have a weak stomach. Because people are cutting off other people's legs, and it's scary, and there's a scary clown thing. I don't know. I haven't seen them, but I've heard that they're scary. So if you have a weak stomach, don't watch those. Okay. Now, some people might go even further and say things like, don't invest in this stock, which fluctuates up and down. It's very risky if you have a weak stomach. So that weak stomach might be your ability to tolerate risk and danger. So sometimes weak stomach is used in that way too. So it's very common. Again, it's used mostly for food and drinks. It's used for movies or things that we can see, which might be horrifying, shocking, and also for things that might imply risk or have a lot of danger associated with them. I have kind of a weak stomach for extreme sports, or I have a weak stomach for risk in investing. Okay. So I hope that answers your question, Vissel. It's a good one. I appreciate it. Guys, if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And of course, check out my full courses in the links in the description.